The world has been turned upside down this last year. I don't really need to explain to you why, but I do believe there's a silver lining to every cloud. And as a semblance of normality returns and we start thinking about commuting back to work, ask yourself, do I really need to drive to work, or is there a better way? Traffic levels were much lower during COVID times, but now that's starting to ease, they promise to be back with a vengeance, perhaps even higher than they ever were before. But many people discovered or rediscovered cycling in this time, meaning that better way could be this. You might be thinking, hey, that's just a regular bike. But you'd be wrong. Merida has kindly lent us one of their e-Silex Plus 600 bikes, which from the name, you might have gleaned has a powerful secret. No, it's not the rider. That powerful secret is hidden in the hub of the rear wheel in the form of a Mahler X35 motor, which delivers 40 Newton meters of torque and a range of about 40 to 90 kilometers. I won't go into all the details just yet, but it forms the basis of one of the lightest e-bike motor systems on the market. And I believe that it has the power to dispel a lot of the anti-e-bike myths. For some of us, riding to work is a lifestyle choice, but for most, the chosen mode of transport might be based on convenience, affordability, and practicality. You might think it's not possible to get to your place of work on a bike. You might think it's too expensive or logistically difficult. But hopefully, over the course of this video, I can persuade you that riding to work is just as easy, if not easier, affordable and achievable as driving or using public transport. To help dispel those myths, I've roped in my co-presenter Manon Lloyd, who likes cars and driving, into a simple commuter challenge from the outskirts of Bristol, a city in the UK, to the centre of Bristol, our destination.
Why would you ride, Ollie, and not drive? Surely it'll take longer, you'll get really sweaty, you'll get tired and just be quite inconvenient, really.
I disagree. Anyway, it's a simple race. It's who gets to work first is the winner, brackets me, and the winner, brackets me, will be able to bathe in smugness and enjoy a nice relaxing pretentious coffee before we start a nice hard day's work.
That's if you win, Ollie.
I will. My route starts here in a town called Keynsham and follows the main road into the bustling city of Bristol. Why, you ask? Well, it's the most direct way, and there's also a bike lane all the way in. If I wasn't racing Manon, I'd be tempted by a slightly longer scenic route completely free from traffic. But I appreciate not everyone has that luxury. One of the many great things about bikes is their ability to take you literally from door to door along routes that would be impossible for other forms of transport. So you ready then?
Born ready.
Right. 3, 2, 1. See you later, loser.
You're on the fastest route despite heavier than usual traffic.
Heavier than usual traffic?
So why would you choose to ride rather than drive when commuting? Well, the first reason is that it's often faster, especially over short journeys through urban areas. It means that while drivers are stuck in congestion on a bike, you can filter, but also you can make use of cycling infrastructure such as special lanes or paths like I'm in now, which allow you to easily pass drivers while they're stuck in traffic jams.
So me and Ollie are pretty much taking exactly the same route. Ollie might have a few shortcuts because he's on a bike, but it's simple, a head-to-head race. And Ollie is in front of me at the moment by about 10 meters. But, you know, I think this is my time to shine. I'm going to overtake him. I'm going for it. Okay, I'm now ahead of Oliver Bridgewood. Just hoping the traffic stays like this because it's not too bad at the moment. But I'm still on the outskirts of Bristol. And a van just pulled out on me. Why?
Secondly, fitness. Even riding an e-bike like this raises your heart rate more than just sitting in your car. And it doesn't have to turn you into a sweaty mess when you reach your destination either, because it has levels of assistance and you can tailor how much assistance it gives you, meaning that you can make it as hard or as easy as you like. We're going up a hill now, and well, it's carrying me up rather nicely.
And speaking of assistance, if you wear a heart rate monitor connected to your smartphone, because it talks to the bike, you have the option to tailor the amount of assist you get based on heart rate. Meaning, if you're panting away and finding it hard, it'll give you more of a boost when you need it. And likewise, it'll ease off if you're flying along and finding it easy.
Calm. It's okay. I can still get there first. Lights are on green. Go, 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 go!
Next is mental well-being. It's hard to quantify, but I find doing just 30 minutes of light exercise before work just sets me up for the day and just puts me in a really positive frame of mind. Research backs this up too. But sitting in a traffic jam in your car getting stressed, well, I don't know about you, but it seems to have the complete opposite effect.
Right now, I am in standstill traffic, the lights are on green, and there's a bus lane that is empty that Ollie could come through. I am not competitive. Relax.
I'm taking the most direct route, which is some main roads into Bristol today, because, well, this is a race, and in many instances you will want to get to work in the quickest way possible. But nice thing about a bike like this is it's kind of all-road capability. With the wider tyres on it and loads of clearance, you know, you could like make your commute more fun and go down some tow paths and go on some sort of gravel sections and take some shortcuts and add a loop on if you wanted to.
Another red light. Right, this light has been on red for a long time. Change!
See, with the level of assistance you've got, it can just take the sting out of any hill you encounter, meaning that, well, it just makes it rather nice and easy. And you've got 3 levels of assistance, all of which are controlled by a really simple button press down here. It's LED colour coordinated, so green is sort of light level of assistance, and then amber is medium and red is maximum. And the maximum assistance you've got is 40 Newton meters and 250 watts, which is, well, I mean, turns you into an absolute hero on the hills if you want it to.
Oh no!
Bye!
Ollie's past me! No! No!
We're nearly at our destination, but she's stuck behind us.
I can literally see him, and there's cars in front that I can't overtake. Where's the car park?
So many studies have shown that riding a bike is healthier than driving in a car. But how does a 45% lower risk of developing cancer grab you? Or perhaps a 41% lower risk of developing cardiovascular disease? Or just a 41% lower risk of dying of anything, of all causes? I mean, it sounds good. Now, I know some of you might then be saying, well, that is all well and good, but what about the increased pollution you're breathing in while cycling in a city? Well, somewhat counterintuitively, that's not kind of true. You breathe in more pollution, as studies have shown, while driving in a car than riding a bike. And if you don't believe me, well, I'll allow you to fact check it. We've posted some links down below.
Australian one. I actually don't know if I have enough money. I can't go any faster.
While we patiently wait for shouty Manon and her shouty car, allow me to tell you a bit more about the e-Cyclists. Now, there are lots of different e-bikes out there, and so many that it can be quite confusing. But one of the really nice things about this Merida and the Marla system is that it doesn't sort of necessarily look and feel like a big e-bike. It's a very discreet looking affair with the motor sort of nicely, well, hidden and disguised in the free hub. I think you'll agree as I sit back and relax with my pretentious coffee. It's a very smart looking bike. There are bigger, more powerful e-bike systems and batteries out there, but for road and gravel use, the Marla X35 system you've got on this bike is plenty. Plus that 40 Newton meter motor means that the battery's not massive and it's nicely discreetly hidden in the down tube. And this helps make the bike lighter as well, meaning it's easier to sort of carry up stairs or through obstacles or maneuver around, and all the typical things you'd probably have to do on a commute. It's got a big range too. The makers quote between 40 and 90 kilometres, and this is because how much assistance you get out of it and how much battery life is dependent on a whole host of factors, such as how much assistance you use, what mode you're in, the terrain you're riding on, and things like rider weight as well. But if you are considering commuting further than that, well, good on you, but there's a range extender battery you can fit in place of one of the bottles as well. Bonus.
Right, Ollie.
Glad to see you finally made it.
Yeah, the traffic wasn't actually that bad. I did think I was going to win, but then I got to try and find the car park, pay for parking. I'm not even going to go into that. It was a bit of a faffle.
Well, we are in COVID times, so the traffic is a bit less, but even so, I still beat you.
I know, I know.
I think one of the things this highlights as well is that door to door, a bike can be a lot quicker because you can be more direct to your destination.
No faffing with the parking. How was the bike actually?
Oh, it was great. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And another thing I didn't mention was that with the Marla system, you can actually connect it to a smartphone or your bike computer, meaning I can now upload my stats afterwards.
Can't upload my stats to my car.
No, you can't.
Doesn't do that.
I did get you a coffee though. It's probably gone cold now.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
At least you
Should've been
thought about
quicker.
me. Thanks, Ollie.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. And if you're considering getting a bike to ride or commute on or an e-bike, then absolutely do it. I mean, they're brilliant. It doesn't matter where you ride, what you ride, how far you ride or how fast, just ride.
If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and we'll see you in the next one.